The canoe country of the Quetico Superior Wilderness is a place like no other. The interconnected waterways span across the entire Minnesota-Ontario border, from Lake Superior up to Lake of the Woods. Today, it is one of the most popular places for recreational paddlers, but evidence suggests that humans have lived and traveled through the lakes of this region for thousands of years, with the most recent indigenous people being the Dakota and Ojibwe. Then, starting in the 17th century, a completely different group of people started to paddle these waters too, the European fur traders. Known as Voyageurs, they paddled through the border lakes, transporting furs and other trade goods for the next 2 centuries. In August of 2020, 150 years since the end of the fur trade, a group of young canoe guides would attempt to travel across 255 miles of this historic route, just for fun. Meet the crew.
My name is Hawken Caldwell. I'm 20.
I'm Hagen McHenry. I'm 22 years of age.
My name is Chrissy Turk. I'm 22 years old.
My name is Josh Jelliambert. I am 22 years old.
My name is Amos Kaloji. I am 21 years old.
My name is Hunter Oliver. I am 21 years old.
My name's Alan Lowenstein. I'm 20 years old.
My name is Elijah Southcott Greiner. I'm 20 years old and 1 day exactly.
I'm from Mandeville, Louisiana. It's by New Orleans.
I'm from Indiana.
I am from Cooper City, Florida.
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
I am from Hibbing, Minnesota.
I am from Kansas City, Missouri.
The suburbs of Chicago.
I'm from Chicago, Illinois, the South Loop, born and raised.
While we mostly come from different places across the country, our common thread is that we all worked as canoe guides at Northern Tier High Adventure, at least in the year 2019.
I have spent 3 and a bit seasons in the Boundary Waters.
This is nearing the end of my 3rd season as working at Charlie Guide in North Woods.
This is the end of my 4th season working up in the Boundary Waters guiding canoe trips.
I've worked in the Boundary Waters starting in 2017, then I came back in 2018, and then 2019.
This is the end of my 3rd summer guiding in the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness and the Quetico.
This was the end of my 2nd summer in the Boundary Waters up here in Minnesota guiding.
And this is my 2nd year staffing at Northern Tier as an interpreter.
2019 was my first full summer. Now I came back this summer, 2020.
In the months leading up to the summer, we held Zoom meetings to plan, and I learned how to dehydrate food. Finally summer, we held frequent meetings after work to figure out logistics.
The first time we tried it, we pulled it down, but then they slid out, so then we stuck them in flat. They couldn't drink it. Yeah, dude, that was type 1 fun. Let me tell you.
August arrived. Time to pack.
You alright there, bud?
The Kaloji family was too kind and prepared us a feast the night of our launch.
Cookies!
What do we got left?
We don't need a lighter bag yet.
Food and gear packed, it was time to go.
Everything in their backyard.
It was about a 2-hour drive to International Falls, and we launched from the Rainier Public Access Landing on Rainy Lake.
Alright, 0.3 miles, you have reached our destination.
It was 10 p.m. None of us had paddled on a lake even close to the size of Rainy, and we were so worried about battling the wind on this huge lake. Getting windbound on this lake would end our trip, practically before it started. Our thought was that we'd have calmer paddling conditions at night, but as soon as we stepped foot out of the truck, we were hit by gusts of wind, and it was cold.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm good.
Elijah? Need what? You want a bow? I want a bow in my canoe. I'm not worried about steering.
But yes, I would like to know this evening. So
Our first tough decision. Sleep a little and maybe the wind will die a bit, or get going now and hope for the best.
I haven't been with you in 3 years, bud.
I step by with the sunlight for my load. I'm like Agnes, my Elise, to give me
Alright, hang it. I offered to let everyone sleep. Everyone was like, no, we gotta go. Yeah, well, the rest of them did.
There were huge rollers going against us on Rainy Lake. It was exhilarating. We were all at least a little bit out of our comfort zone. You know, we'd never paddled these kind of rollers before, at least I hadn't, and never at night. And there was a full moon out, and then we looked to our left, and there's, you know, unmistakably the Northern Lights doing their little dance in the sky.
You're welcome. I'll kiss you when we get to camp. I will give you a nice big smooch. They're huge.
So there we were, International Falls, Rainy Lake. Me and Alan were in the Alumacraft. There were very large waves / swells. Not because of wind so much, but I think just because it was a
Just
really
the size
big
of the lake. Yeah.
Very large. I don't even know how long we'd been paddling, but it wasn't that long.
It's
maybe a
maybe
half hour.
45 minutes at the most, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure we had consistently been paddling on one side the entire time.
Yep.
Up until
That point.
Alan called a switch, and we're in the middle of switching the sides we're paddling on. And next thing I know, Alan's shouting, and I'm sideways, and I'm in the water.
Yeah, we started leaning right, and then water started coming over, and both of us were leaning as far left as we could, and the water just kept coming in, and eventually we were just, you know, the whole boat was full.
And so then we started shouting, and I was like, "We swamped, we swamped."
We
And
were
the other two
the
boats were very
last
far
boat
ahead.
at that point, yeah.
And then I heard someone like, oh, well, it was Chrissy, and she goes, "Are you in the water?" I'm like, "Yes." So then they turned around and came to save us.
I grabbed onto the stern of the Kevlar and the bow of the swamped Alumacraft and kind of just held on as we got pulled along. And Josh was on the side.
I was
holding on.
actively trying to swim to help, and realized with all the clothing on me that was not going to last very long, and I was getting very tired very quickly. So then I just held on and started floating. And then we got to someone's property, basically. Took wet clothes off, at least I did, because I was chilled to the bone at the time. And my warm layer was on me at the time and now soaking wet. Elijah was kind enough to give me his fleece. Hagen lent me his raincoat so that I could be dry and warm.
Amos also jumped in the water to help
Yes.
swim the boat in, which, I mean, we weren't even swimming the boat in. So we had 3 wet people at like midnight 15. Yeah, we went back to the shore and waited for the wind to die down.
Had some snacks, some dill pickle chips,
I
some
missed those.
cookies. Yeah, those chips are freaking delicious. Yeah, so we hung out, warmed up a little bit, and then once morale was good enough to keep on trucking,
We got in the Kevlar.
Yeah,
after that, with Chrissy.
yes,
Yeah, good way to start out the trip.
and we're all the stronger for it. About 14 miles of night paddling later, day broke. We had officially made it into Voyageurs National Park and stopped for breakfast. We were dead tired. In the hours before the sun rose, anytime we briefly took a break from paddling, at least one person would fall asleep in the canoe immediately. We slept 2 hours curled up on these rocks. Now, all we had to do was paddle almost to the end of Rainy, a short 18 miles away.
Stop it! Don't let me spin.
We were stunned when we looked at the horizon, and the only thing we could see was more water. This lake was crazy huge. Josh, what are you thinking right now?
Wow, I am so blessed to be out here in the wilderness with some of my best gal pals from Northern Tier.
lake in the Northwoods.
Yes, not the Boundary Waters because we're not in the Boundary Waters. But regardless, we're in a canoe, we're on some water. What more could you want?
Our campsite in Voyageurs had a dock, wooden tent pads, picnic table. We definitely weren't in the Boundary Waters yet.
How's everybody's nap? You're delicious. We had one dream that you did.
We had a great first day, but this trip had, I think, all of us feeling at least a little nervous, but in a good way.
Well, the first night paddling on Rainy Lake, which was a terrifying lake and a beautiful lake and terrifyingly beautiful. We saw the Northern Lights, which was really cool. But personally, I was also very far out of my comfort zone. Even though I've been paddling for a long time, since I was a kid, it was officially out of my comfort zone, which was awesome because that's been a long time since I was truly that kind of like, oh no.
We made it to Kettle Falls and would be officially portaging to Namakan, our second lake of the trip, after 38 miles of paddling.
Here we have Chrissy and now Alan sucking some moose mud. Just get down there. Chrissy is currently digging her boot out. Just freed her foot.
I'll go tell Paul. Don't make it, Alan.
Go, go!
You like got suction cupped in there.
I'm stuck.
Are you still stuck, Alan? Take the bag off and crawl.
Careful this paddle section. Well, looks like I'm taking a canoe.
You're gonna get stuck just with it.
Amos didn't get stuck.
Well, good for Amos.
Careful.
Oh my gosh, look, get closer.
I don't want to get stuck. Oh, I see.
Alan, you free yet?
No.
I hear, yes.
1, 2, 3.
The boot in question.
Good as new.
Yes!
Woo! We're making it.
This is some good. Good vibes. Oh, everyone's free. Just like that. Oh man, Chrissy.
You're probably the first one.
No, there's definitely footsteps on there. No, I mean I was leading at first.
You want to take the boat? I'll grab the hanging stuff. Are you okay with that?
We made it to the end of grassy Portage without any other incident.
Okay, 0.
You can't count. I swear to God, you can't
need
count.
paper.
Why with your food?
So it sounds like we're roughly getting about 1,000 pounds.
I mean, that's. Yeah, we need it.
Right on schedule, we made it into the Boundary Waters yesterday and camped on Little Vermilion Lake. We'd be paddling the Loon River first thing that morning.
bananas are like 49 cents a pound.
To the right is America, and to the left, Canada. These fancy contraptions will carry motorboats over the Portage for a small fee. At this point in the trip, by the way, we hadn't seen a single other paddler, only people cruising around in houseboats and motorboats. Later this afternoon, we'd finally see a few other canoers.
You know what is funny about Charlie guys is that a lot of crews come up here to fish, and
These doggies made this our favorite portage so far, hands down.
He has a long tail. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy.
When you just drop it out.
In crew, if you wanted to stop somebody, you would just like say this term, and everyone would just.
I don't want some peanut butter. Does that taste good?
I've had worse.
So it doesn't.
We had covered a lot of distance, kept a good pace, and hadn't got lost, with only one slight navigational mishap. Up until now, these had been all unfamiliar lakes none of us had ever paddled on before. Now at Loch LaCroix, we are reaching territory that some of us had been to.
Hello? My name's Joshua John Lambert. Jesus Christ.
Toothbrushing time!
I think it's safe to say that the lakes and woods of this wilderness have made an impact on our lives. For most of us, it was because of scouting that we ended up here.
I heard about the Northwoods in scouting.
Scouting is what brought me up here. I found out about Northern Tier through adventuring. Kind of randomly put in an application one summer. Kind of just took a chance and came up here without much of an idea of what it was like.
Found the Boundary Waters through Scouts. Came up as a participant in 2015. Fell in love with the place, knew I wanted to come back. And so that's how I found the magic of the Northwoods.
Growing up in Scouts, like I knew of Northern Tier as an option. And I had never canoed before, so that sounded fun. So I applied, and here I am, and thankfully I love it.
Today, we would be making a lot of stops for sightseeing. Loch LaCroix and Crooked Lake both have ample points of interest, including pictographs, waterfalls, and even the remnants of a plain.
Riding along the road from Rochelle City,
Riding along the road from Rochelle City.
I met 3 girls and all of them were pretty. C'est l'Aveyron qui nous mène, c'est l'Aveyron qui nous mène. Oh. By chance I chose the one who was the beauty.
By chance I chose the one who was the beauty.
Lifted her up so she could ride beside me. C'est l'Aveyron qui nous mène, c'est l'Aveyron qui nous mène. Oh. Never a word, we rode along together.
Never a word, we rode along together.
After a while, she said, I'd like a drink, sir. C'est l'Aveyron qui nous mène, c'est l'Aveyron qui nous mène. Oh. Quickly I found a spring from out the mountain.
Quickly I found the spring from out the mountain.
But she not drink the water from the fountain.
C'est l'Aveyron qui nous mène, c'est l'Aveyron qui nous mène.
On then we went to find home and father.
On then we went
to find home and father.
When we got there, she drank but not of water. C'est l'Aviron qui nous mène, c'est l'Aviron qui nous mène. Oh. Many a toast she drank to her dear mother.
Many a toast she drank to her dear mother.
Toasted again her sister and her brother. C'est l'Aviron qui nous mène, c'est l'Aviron qui nous mène. Oh. When she had drunk to sister and to brother.
When she had drunk to sister and to brother.
Turning to me, she toasted her own lover. C'est l'Aviron qui nous mène, c'est l'Aviron qui nous mène.
Guys, this is a tin can. Mike's plane crashed here.
And she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Not really sure what's wrong with Hagen, but they know, well, he'll be alright. Hagen said he was going to go for a dip, but then he just waited in. And then she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. There gonna be any wind on rainy? Promise we got. When we got there, was 3-foot rollers headed right towards the dock. We didn't wait, no, we didn't sleep, we just got in the damn boats. And she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.
There's definitely some places I still want to go, but I'm pretty satisfied. I've only had 3 trips, but...
What I like about the Boundary Waters is that no matter how long you spend in it, there's always something that it can teach you. At the beginning, a lot of that is about leaving your comfort zone and growing. I like to think of the Boundary Waters as being a merciless paradise. When you learn that you're not in charge and you're not the one that calls the shots out in the wilderness, you can discover that it's a really beautiful place.
Of all the big lakes paddled so far, here we are, on Basswood, a lake everyone was familiar with and traveled through many times, and this was the worst wind we had faced yet.
This is the oldest cedar tree in Minnesota. It's Friday. She's really big.
Elijah is going to poop. FYI, we were right next to a campsite. Why dig a hole when there's a latrine next door? Since paddling down Crooked Lake, we had been in familiar territory, and now we are arriving at Prairie Portage. After crossing this trail, we'd be on the Moose Chain, truly our home turf. Every one of us had paddled the Moose Chain countless times, starting and finishing many of the trips we've taken out here.
Okay. The conclusion's like, we got this. Get this.
We were in a celebratory mood this evening. Over half our trip had been completed, and everything had gone unbelievably smoothly. We love teaching beginners how to paddle in Portage, but part of what makes this trip so special is being able to be out here with other experienced paddlers.
It's just such a different dynamic coming out here with Charlie guides and with a crew where maybe like everybody knows what they're doing and how to do it. And it's cool to just be able to get things done.
And the other thing that I thought was really good was taking friends, people who I knew who were really good at paddling and portaging, doing the sections that I'd already done and seeing how fast they could be done. When we weren't even racing, we were just doing them at our own speed, and we were just flying through it.
We've been paddling around 30 miles every day and will not need to keep up that pace for the rest of the trip.
And I really like this place. I really like what it does for people who haven't been here before. I really like the teaching opportunities. Obviously, it's hard to not like the scenery, but I think there's something about the lakes and about something that's been protected for this long, and so many people have traveled.
There we go. Oh yeah, this is a slippery day for this. Alan decided to carry the Aluma craft up Thunder Point for fun.
Inside the house, we still got the lunch, right?
Somebody must have put a leech in my map case. How else could I have gotten there? Taken. What I love about this place is that it's not only one of the most beautiful places that I've been to, it's just so many lakes and rivers and marshy areas, cliffs, and so much different variety of terrain to explore, but then also you get to paddle around them with really cool co-workers or just people you meet.
I like telling people that if we were anywhere else, the journey would be the destination. So you could pick any lake out of the Boundary Waters and put it somewhere else, and then that would be where you would want to go. Whereas here, you just you would pass through that lake on your way to somewhere else. But it's very beautiful.
I think the scenery up here, the lakes, are really captivating. Just being up here is so different than anything else I'm used to. The Northwoods, it's definitely got a place in my heart.
Here we are, leaving American Point. Rock me on the southbound train.
This might be word just going down these campsites. I was about to say that. Also for the meme of staying on this lake.
We had our last big push day paddling 32 miles. Today was an especially exciting day. From this point on, for most of us, we would be paddling on lakes we had never been to.
As rolling hills appeared in the distance, we could feel we were getting closer and closer to Lake Superior.
Good job, Amber.
It's going really well. I'm really, really appreciative of this overcast sky. The sun has been hurting me, and now it's not.
Yeah. The sun has not been hurting me.
We made it through the beautiful Granite River and Pine River, and we're now on Gunflint Lake.
Day 7. We're losing our minds.
Yeah, I'm not losing my mind.
What the heck? Our cat's the same. Huh?
We're cows. Another chair. Hey, Hagen, lay in that one too.
I love how it makes you feel uncomfortable at times. It makes you feel alive. Like the good days are so much better when you have bad days. Like really appreciate dry socks now. Like things like that.
It sure does. This side is Canada. This side, United States. What? Berry? Raspberries. I will. Get as many as I can.
Yes, indeed.
We combined water from North and South Lake for our height of land ceremony. At this divide, the water in North Lake and beyond flow to Hudson Bay, and then to the Arctic Ocean. Water in South Lake flows to Lake Superior, then the Atlantic. Just like the Voyageurs, at this historic location, we too would undergo the initiation to become men and a woman of the North.
Même si nous sommes variés et nous avons beaucoup de différences, tout le monde est partagé pour de nous. Bien vite, nous partirons et nous prendrons nos chemins séparés. Si je vous demandais maintenant que ne jamais laisser le lien de difficulté et l'amitié mort. Ainsi, j'ai demandé un serment solennel de vieux le pont entre le passé et le présent, le voyageur de la France et le guide de Charlie. Je jure que. I swear that.
I swear that.
Je donne jamais un bis.
Je donne jamais un bis.
Never give a kiss.
Never give a kiss.
À la femme d'autres voyageurs.
À la femme de le voyageur, de la voyageur's wife.
Sans ton sang.
Sans consent.
Without consent.
Without consent.
Je jure que.
Je jure que.
I swear that.
I swear that.
J'ai honneur le Anishinaabe.
J'ai l'honneur Anishinaabe.
Honor the Ojibwe.
Honor the Ojibwe.
Et respecterai leur culture et leurs traditions.
I respect leur culture et tradition.
Respect their culture and tradition.
I will respect their culture and tradition.
Je jure que.
Je jure que.
I swear that.
I swear that.
Je enseignerai.
Je enseignerai.
I will teach.
I will teach.
Sa cérémonie.
Sa cérémonie.
This ceremony.
This ceremony.
À tous les nouveaux voyageurs.
À tous les nouveaux voyageurs.
To all the new voyagers.
To all the new voyagers.
Et jouer sa cérémonie.
Je jouais sa cérémonie.
And perform this ceremony.
And perform this ceremony.
Quand je prends.
Quand je prends.
When I take.
When I take.
Ce chemin encore.
Ce chemin encore.
This path again.
This path again.
Chantez pour une bonne nuit et de nombreux autres. Défense les nouveaux voyageurs et chantons les 12 coupes d'artillerie. We're all voyagers now.
Yep.
Alright, are you gonna cheers?
Okay.
Cheers, Voyageurs!
Cheers.
Was just chilling on lunch, woke up, Amos had a couple like 8-foot poles.
Hold them nice and sideways, get that bit of stretch out. Left again. Where's Chrissy? Is she alive? She died.
Yeah, we got together, got things situated, figure out what works, and we were cruising.
Surfing, my guy.
And this, boys, is how you sail.
Oh my gosh. I'm very happy.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Chrissy, take the damn video and hold the boat! There's so much water! Where? It just came to our boat hard!
Alan Bale, I guess.
Row your ships forward, row your ships hi-ho! Full deck flap on.
Yeah, I mean, we had to bail a decent amount, but other than that, we just lowered the mast a couple times, bailed, but that went smoothly.
Sailing 6 miles down Mountain Lake, like that was a thrill. That's the biggest thrill I've ever had up here, was sailing down Mountain Lake. Like, so fun, so cool.
We did in fact make camp that night on Moose Lake in the east boundary waters.
Well, is the other pot literally just potatoes?
Yeah, yes.
Idiot.
What day is this? It's only 2 weeks ago.
Sure, I like a big pizza pie, that's amore. And it's so informative.
It's an awful man. I wish you love. I wish you happiness.
How many times are you gonna say that, boy?
This is the foul Portage, taking us to the Pigeon River, and we may or may not have taken a wrong turn.
I hate going uphill.
Popping out of the Portage, the scenery surprised me. The Pigeon River actually looked like a river. Most rivers I paddled in the boundary waters just seemed like narrow lakes. This actually had a noticeable current to it. Low water levels meant we had to walk our canoes through many series of swifts. This was it. We had zoomed through the eastern boundary waters border lakes. All that was left was the remainder of the Pigeon River and then the 8.5-mile Grand Portage. We had a chilly, early morning departure. Here was our warm-up portage at Partridge Falls.
Okay, so wherever we pop out on that trail, we gotta cross Country Road 17 to get to the lake.
We made it to Fort Charlotte.
Josh, how do you feel right now?
I feel wonderful.
Why?
I'm about to do the Grand Portage.
Alright. Hagen, how do you feel right now?
Good. Gonna get her done.
Yeah. Haken, how do you feel right now?
Fantastic.
Good. What about you, Alan?
I'm out home, so I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Look how much I hate it.
Here we go.
We were just exuding excitement because here's what we were about to do. Known as the Great Carrying Place to the Ojibwe, this trail was critical for the transportation of goods for years, allowing travelers to bypass waterfalls and rapids. We were guessing the portage would take us 4 to 5 hours, and was definitely the longest portage any of us had ever attempted.
The sun was setting in the west. The birds were singing on every tree. All nature seemed inclined for rest, but still there was no rest for me. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast. Let your mountains dark and dreary be, for when I am far away on the briny ocean tossed, will you ever heave a sigh and a wish for me? I grieve to leave my native land. I grieve to leave my comrades all, and my parents whom I hold so dear, and the bonny, bonny lass I do adore.
Only about 45 minutes into our walk, we ran into some trouble. Simply stepping off a board, the yoke of the canoe Hunter was carrying snapped. Apparently the wood was a little rotted, and after this whole trip, decided to give up at this very moment.
You got your screwdriver on you?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking definitely like that, so someone to start.
After some quick brainstorming and duct tape, we were moving again. In so many ways, we are lucky to have been able to go on this trip. The COVID pandemic closed the boundary waters from the middle of April to the middle of May. We all stayed in good health, thankfully, while working in the months leading up to the trip, and important logistics regarding food and transportation fell into place at the very last minute. Perhaps the biggest change the pandemic caused involved who actually ended up coming on the trip.
When I first came up here when I was 17, I met a great guide at the Boy Scout base by the name of Connor, and he taught me how to love and what to see and what to enjoy about the Northwoods. That's why I ended up loving the Northwoods, is because it's just such a beautiful and wholesome place where you can really just kind of be yourself and explore and find out what wonderful things there are to see in the world.
Unfortunately, in response to the pandemic, many schools changed their start dates for the semester. Connor, our friend and canoe guide extraordinaire, had been psyched to come on this trip since planning back in at least November of 2019. But right before summer began, we found out he now had a conflict of dates and wouldn't be able to join us. While we can only imagine the joy he would have brought to this trip, looks like we'll just have to plan something even bigger that he'll be able to come along on. The pandemic had an effect on all of us this summer. To start, 4 of us had planned on working as canoe guides up in Canada, but with the border being closed, that wasn't able to happen.
COVID affected my summer not dramatically. What it really changed was my mindset, because for a long time I wasn't sure if I should come up, not just for like will I get sick, but kind of what gives us the right to be running when so many other businesses and places and schools were not running. And part of that was answered by our boss, and she kind of said, if there's ever a summer to get kids in the woods, this is it. And I agree with that strongly, but not 100%. So yeah, COVID mostly just changed kind of my mindset for the summer.
My summer was affected by COVID in the fact that I was left unemployed for a couple months because I work in the restaurant industry.
My summer, since I was working at the Boy Scout base, it really changed it up. I went from a med officer dealing with medical injuries to every day I would wake up and screen the staff to make sure that nobody was sick, get up and screen all the participants who were coming in, and that it felt like it changed my summers significantly because I wasn't doing what I wanted to do, I was doing what was required of me because of the pandemic. I understand, nobody's at fault for that, but it really kind of blew. It wasn't a great time.
While COVID may have brought us disappointment and challenges, there was a bit of good that came out of it.
I was supposed to have an internship this summer, so I wasn't supposed to be up here.
I would not have been able to go on this trip if COVID didn't happen. So definitely worth the pain of missing out on Bissett. But yeah.
Alan, Hunter, Elijah, and probably Amos wouldn't have been able to come on the trip if the pandemic hadn't caused so many changes. Three and a half hours of walking later, we would take our final break.
I'm having a good time with this Saliga. I know the gear pack was also in very nice.
And just like that, we made it. A quick photo op, and straight to Lake Superior.
Oh yeah. My time's back to the road. It's the call on me of the fortune and road. As I step by with the sunlight for my load. My guide's my Louisa to Nippy I will go where you see the luminary plaintive thinking in your inner heart. The swagger, my step, and along the border trail. The flash of paddle blades a gleam. Softly skimming by the shore. It's the day, pine and bracken coming on the breeze. That calls me to the waterways once more. From Lake Agnes, Louis to Canopia, where you see moon and hear his plaintive lip. Ooh, thinking in your inner heart, swagger and wisdom, and I'm there, the border trail.
We treasure this wilderness for its beauty and difficulty and growth it fosters. But we also treasured the companionship, maybe just as much.
I know I said earlier, it's just a 10-day trip. We've all done 10-day trips before, but it's a 10-day trip with really cool people.
I think I've enjoyed this time with these people. Some people I don't know that well before this trip, and now I would say that I'm good friends with all of these people, even better friends with some that I started as good friends with already.
And also the people.
Just being able to camp and paddle every day with some really good friends has been a super fun, memorable part of this trip, and I'm sure it will be memories and connections with these people that will last a long time.
Hey, I'm back. Hey, what's good? Hi, Alouette.
We got one. They've got one.
And finally, the most graceful victory leap into Lake Superior we've ever seen. We were spoiled with treats from Doris and Corey. Now it was back to the cars to sort out gear. Then we would enjoy the exhibits of the monument.
Trips like these I really like because you plan something out that you know you can do, but then like the doing it is the real special part. And now that we're at the ends, like that's really cool.
If you're watching this and you've never come up to the Quetico Superior area, definitely do it because it's amazing. You'll probably fall in love and you'll probably want to come back here a lot, but it's a price you should pay because it's so awesome up here.